Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, in the previous class we were talking about the questions from the sample paper, and today also we will going to continue with the same. Now see here up to question number 37 we had completed. Let me remind the question number 37 student, in which we have seen that we have taken two substances. One is A and another is B, and we will made it to react in order to form another substance, which is the third substance A2B. And which of the following statement it will be an incorrect according to this reaction? Which one we will consider as an incorrect option or incorrect? Now the product A to B shows the properties of the substance A and B. The product will always have a fixed composition. The product so formed cannot be classified as a compound. The product so formed is an element. Now see here in this one, A to B used to shows the properties of the both of the substances A as well as that of the B. Yes, actually, this is a wrong one because the reaction has taken place. So now a new property will be shown by it. So we can say here that it do not shows the properties of the substance A and B, but it actually A to B is having its own property. The product will always have a fixed composition. Yes, it is having a fixed composition because right now it behaves like a compound. Then the third one is the product so formed cannot be classified as a compound. So the product which is formed here, we cannot classify it as a compound. That is a wrong one because we knew it is a compound only. Now you see here the last one is the product so formed as an element. So this is a wrong option. So according to that, which of the following is an incorrect one? So the first one is incorrect. Even the third one and the fourth one is also the incorrect. So we will say that it is the option number C, which is a correct option for the given question. Then the next one is that four cars are there, A, B, C and D, and they are moving on a leveled road. Their distance versus time graph are shown in the adjacent figure. Choose the correct statement. So there are four cars are given students, A, B, C and D, and they are moving on a leveled road. The distance versus time graph is shown in the adjacent figure. Okay, so basically car A is faster than car D, car B is the slowest one, car D is faster than car C, and car C is the slowest one. So we will say here that it is car number B which is supposed to be the slowest one. Okay, so the correct option it will be the B one, that is car B is the slowest one. Okay, now let us see here the next one, that when a car at high speeds make a sharp turn, the driver in a car tends to get thrown to the side opposite to the turn. So this is due to the next question is that when a car at high speed make a sharp turn, the driver in a car tends to get thrown to the side opposite to it. So we can say here that it will be because of the inertia of direction. Actually, in some of the places it is written as inertia of motion, but it will be the inertia of direction. Now, survival of plant in terrestrial environment has been made possible by the presence of. So you see here students, you know that the plants are able to survive because of the presence of the conducting tissues. Yes, if xylem and phloem will be there, only then the need of the food and that of the water can be satisfied, can be completed. So we can say here that there is a must need of that of the conducting tissue, and this conducting tissue will help in the survival of the plant in the terrestrial environment. Okay, now move with the now see here, then the next one is, that is survival of plant in terrestrial. The next one is, two chemical species are there, X and Y. When they combine together, so two species X and Y are there. When they combine together to form a product B, which contain both X and Y. Now see here, uh, X and Y cannot be broken down into simpler substances by a simple chemical reaction. Which of the following concerning the species X, Y and P are correct? Now see here, we can say that P is a compound, X and Y are a compound, X and Y are the elements, P has a fixed composition. Now according to that, that which of the following is the correct, which we have to find it. So P is a compound. This is the correct option, student, that yes, since we cannot break down and it is having some different properties, so it will be a compound. Then X and Y are a compound? No. XY, it is not a compound. XY are the elements. So two or more elements, when they combine together, they form the compound. So the third one is also a correct option. And the fourth one, that P has a fixed composition, this is also a correct one, because the compound is always having a fixed composition. So the fourth one is also a correct option. So according to that, students, we can say here that the correct option, it will be the D1, in which first, third and fourth will be the correct option, students. Now let us move on and see question number 42. In case of a 42 question, see, study the given figure carefully. So a figure is given here and we have to see it and we have to understand in which direction that the net movement of water will take place. Basically, you will find that here in this diagram, students, as you can see here, in the solution 1 and solution 2 is given O, which is it is a water molecule, and solute molecule is with the dark circle. Okay, now you can see here in solution 2 the number of a solute molecule is more, and in case of a solution 1 the number of the liquid or the solvent molecule or water molecule is more. So what net movement of water take place from where? From solution 1 to solution 2, because we know that the movement occur from the higher concentration to the lower concentration through a semi permeable membrane is called an osmosis. So we can say here the first option is from solution 1 to 2, second one from solution 2 to solution 1, third one both A and B, and fourth one no movement will take place. So obviously the number of the solvent and solute is not balanced, so that is why here the movement occur, and this movement occur from the first solution to that of the second solution. So this one will be the correct option, students. When we stop paddling, the bicycle begins to slow down. What is the reason behind it? This is because of the frictional force acting along the direction of motion of bicycle, air resistance which is in direction of motion, frictional force acting opposite to the direction of motion of bicycle by the road, nature of the bicycles to stop after some time. So frictional force is there which basically act along the direction of motion of bicycle. So air resistance is there which is in the direction of motion, frictional force which is acting opposite to the direction of motion of bicycle by the road. Obviously you know that frictional force is what? It is an opposing force. So it will going to opposes the movement of an object in the direction of the motion. So that is why the frictional force is what? It is an opposing force here. Okay, so C will be what? It will be the correct option. Okay, C will be the correct option. Now see here, then the next one is the meristematic tissue which are found at the base of leaves or internode is called. So basically meristematic tissue, here we will say that it is found at the at the base, and that of the internode, it is that of the intercalary meristematic tissue will be there. Okay, so let us see here what are the options which is given here. The meristematic tissue which is present at the node and internode. So apical meristem is there, lateral meristem is there, intercalary meristem is there, and all of these will be the option. So according to that, we will say that option number C is the correct option, that yes, the intercalary meristem is basically responsible for elongation of the node and that of the internode. Okay, so we will say that option C is the correct option. Now see here, next one is, which of the following is not possible? Now you can see here there are different types of graphs are given here. So according to that, which one we can say is not possible at all? So first, second, third and fourth is given. In the first one, you can see that the object is moving. First of all, it was moving uniformly, and then it again retards, and again it starts increasing. The first is possible. The second one is actually a kind of a circle, which is not possible at all. Then the third one, in which the object is moving with the constant velocity, and the fourth one is the retardation is shown here. Okay, so basically the position time graph in which the object is the opposing force is acting on it, so decrease in the speed here. Okay, so we can say second is not possible, and the option which is given here is in C, where the second is mentioned. So C will be the correct option, student. Select the odd one out. Question is, movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane is affected by the amount of substances dissolved in it. So the movement of water across the semi-permeable membrane. So basically the semi-permeable membrane, the particles which is there, the water molecule which is present there, it basically, you can say that it generally present in that it help in the movement of that of the water molecule from one side to the other side. Membrane are made up of organic molecule like protein and lipid. Molecule soluble in organic solvent can easily pass through the membrane, and plasma membrane contain sugar in the plant, contain chitin, sugar in the plant. So we can say here that is the correct option. It will be the correct option will be the D, students, where the plasma membrane that contain chitin and sugar in plant, because other it is talking about that of the membrane only. Okay, and you know that chitin is basically present in the fungus, and cellulose is basically through which it is made up of. Which of the following are homogeneous in nature? So here you will see it is ice, wood, soil and air. So according to that, you know that ice is what? It is a homogeneous mixture. It is made up of water. You know that water is what? It is a compound only, so it will allow. So basically it shows the properties of that of the compound only. Okay, so that is why it will be what? It will be homogeneous in nature. While that of the wood is what? Wood is what? It is a heterogeneous mixture. Soil is there. Soil is also a heterogeneous mixture consisting of a different kind of particles, size particles are present there. Then air is there, students, which is also a kind of a homogeneous mixture in which the different kind of gases are present there. Okay, so this is what this is the answer will be the first one, and that of the fourth one will be the correct option. So according to the given options, C will be the correct one, first and fourth. Okay, this is what this is the correct option. Now a bullet of mass A and velocity b is fired into a wooden block of mass c. If the bullet get embedded in the wooden block, then the magnitude of velocity of system just after the collision will be. Now you see here, students, this we can solve it, and see here, mass of the bullet is given, that is that is a, and mass of the velocity is given, that is b. So before it was before it collide with that of the wooden block, what was the total momentum? So let us see the initial momentum of that of the bullet and the block, and then the final momentum of the bullet, means after collision, what is the total momentum here. So initially it was moving with the mass. You know that the value, the total the conservation of momentum is equals to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. This is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Okay, now you see here. So bullet of mass is given, that is a, and velocity which is given here, it is b. A into b is there. Okay, this is the mass and the velocity with which it was moving when it does not collide with it. Now plus here you will see that is, okay, so it was the initial velocity was a into b. Now what will be the total momentum of that of the wooden block here, students? So you know that still the wooden block is not moving at all, but it is having a mass, and the mass of the wooden block, it will be c, but it is not moving, so it will be 0. So let us find out that what will be the total momentum before collision. So obviously c into 0 will be 0. So the total momentum before collision, it will be equals to a into b. Now this will be equals to the final momentum. It means after collision what happens. So after collision you will find it, that is, it will be mass and the velocity of that of the now see here, students, as the collision happened, what happened, the masses, the velocity of both of them, because this time the bullet, it fixes with that of the wooden block, and now both of them are moving together. So we can say here that the whatever will be the velocity of the wooden block, the same velocity will be of that of the bullet which is attached with it. Okay, so we can say here, according to that, the masses, it will be like, it will be a into it will be, you will see that it will be what, the mass of the, so now the velocity got changed, but the mass remains same. So mass of the bullet a into v plus, and the mass of the wooden block, it will be also c into v, or we can also write it in a easy form, and that is a plus c into v. Now what will be the equation now? Before collision, the equation was a into c, sorry, it was a into b, that is AB. So we can simply write it, before that it was AB is equals to, now it is A, mass is given A, mass of this is given C into V. Now the answer, it will be AB upon A plus C is equals to V. So according to that, you will see that it is the D1 which is the correct option. So this kind of a question can be asked in the exam, and instead of here the alphabets which is used here, instead of the other quantity or the number will be there, and the same method you will going to use in order to solve the question. Now see here, question section C is there, and you will find here there are 3 cases, and case 1 is what, Rita examined plant cells, and she came to know that plant cells attain turbidity and rigidity due to more number of vacuoles, and as well as large sized vacuole large size vacuole helps the plants to withstand the wear and tear external environmental condition. This also helps in the storage of the essential material required by the plant for their growth, like amino acid, sugar, and various type of organic substances. So this is what, student, this is a kind of a case. Now let us see that what are the different questions that can be asked with this. Now here you will find that there are two figures are given and the questions can be asked according to that. First question, it is 49th number. Now see here, question is that which of the following is responsible for turgidity and rigidity of plant cell? Then cell membrane, nuclear membrane is there, Golgi apparatus is there, and vacuole is given here. So according to that, you know that turgidity and rigidity, it is because of the vacuole only. Okay, so the answer, it will be vacuole. Okay, so it is because of the vacuole only such kind of a rigidity or turgidity can be seen in the plant cell. Which of the following is true for vacuole of plant and animals? Now see here, true for plant and animal, the vacuole for it is they both are equal in size. Animal vacuole are bigger than plant vacuole. You know that it is wrong because animal vacuole are what? They are quite smaller. Okay, both are equal in size. No, this is also not correct because in case of a plant cell, the vacuole are what? They are quite high, larger. Then plant vacuole are larger in. Now see here, Raj, a young student, was trying to demonstrate uh, some properties of mixture on in his science project work, and he take iron filling in a beaker and mix it with the X and carbon disulfide. He saw the formation of a clear yellow solution. Question is, what is X in a solution? So here Raj has used a mixture and he take in iron filling and mix it with a X and carbon disulfide with the another one. Okay, so he saw the formation of a clear yellow solution. So actually this X is what? It is a sulfur powder, because we know that when the sulfur powder mixes with that of the carbon disulfide, then it is easily soluble in that of the carbon disulfide, and there is a formation of a yellow solution. A clear yellow solution will be formed with it. So according to that, the correct option will be the sulfur powder. Then see the second question. Second is what? Among iron filling and X, one react with carbon disulfide which result in the formation if clear yellow solution is there. So basically we know that iron filling and X, which one will going to react with the carbon disulfide and result in the formation if the clear solution is there. So basically we know that it is that of the again the sulfur powder which will easily react with the carbon disulfide, and because of that a clear yellow solution will be formed. So we can say here that again the correct option will be B only, that is sulfur powder. Which property does it show? They can be separated into its constituent by physical process. A mixture shows the property of all its constituent. The constituent are present in any proportion by mass. The constituent are present in any proportion by mass, and they doesn't have any melting and a boiling point. Okay, so here you will find that mixture, what is the property of the mixture only from this, what is that property which is came from this one, student, and it will be that we will see here that a mixture shows the property of all its constituent. Although we know that it can be separated by the physical process, yes, but here by this reaction, by this method, we have understood that the property will retain into it. What type of mixture is formed when we mixed iron filling and that of the sulfur powder? So when we mix iron filling and sulfur powder together, you know that the options are given here: homogeneous, heterogeneous. Both type of mixture are different at different temperature. It is not a mixture. So we know that iron filling and sulfur powder, when they are mixed easily, then it will be a heterogeneous mixture, not a homogeneous mixture. Okay, when we will heat it, it will become a compound and a homogeneous mixture, but right now it is a heterogeneous mixture. Okay.